Good morning everyone, how are we doing? My name is James Welsh and I'd like to thank you all for joining me. Today's date is the 12th of April 2023. This is a photograph which was taken in Westall in Australia days prior to the big landing case at the school. Now I seen this morning and I've instantly recognised it and I went, I know what that is. That is just the tip of the craft. The actual craft is seen here. The craft is right here. The canopy is right here. You can actually see the V-shape area of the canopy here. It's very interesting. Now, this craft is optically cloaked itself, and it does so by projecting lasers around its hull. Let me just show you. There we go. So these are focusing chambers, and these fire the lasers up the trenches. So one goes up that way, one goes up that way. They have to pass one another, and this craft is pulsing out hundreds of thousands of these lasers that then travel around the hull of the craft. They then coat the craft in a layer of plasma, and basically, so you've got your craft there, and then it starts to coat itself. So it's now coating itself, and it's 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 coating itself, and then it fades out of the human light spectrum, and it's still there. You just can't see it. Now here is the same features on the Kumburgaz craft. See the line between them? That is where that area ends on the Westall photo. There we go. So this line down here is exactly where that line there is. And I've also got this one here from 1966 where you will see the same features again. Let me just bring this up a little bit more to match up with the Kumburgaz craft, and I'll bring that up to match with it. It's just a little shy. There we go, I think that's us. So if you like, I could do that. No, I can't do that. Okay, what I could do is that, and bring this over. So this dark area, you see it's whitish, and then it's darkish, and then it's whitish again, and then you've got your light, dark, light, and that would slot right in there, and that is what you're seeing here with this line. This is where these two, this is where this bit ends. There it is there. So this feature here that we're looking at is this feature directly here. It's also the same feature which is seen here. It's also the same feature which is seen on the Ontario craft as well. I need to find the Ontario craft now. It's disappeared. There we go. So there's the same feature again. And, oops. Suddenly it turns up now. Right. So basically, that feature there is where that dark line is. That's where that line ends there. That's where that line is there. That is that line there. So the craft basically cloaks itself by coating itself in lasers, like spinning around it, spinning around it, spinning around it, spinning around it, spinning around it. Look at my hand, it's disappearing. It's disappearing, it's all over the place. So eventually, boom, it vanishes out of thin air. And there is also a big antenna that comes up in the right hand side of the craft here. But the lasers are spinning around that little thin aerial that fast that also spins out. Now I've got photographs that were acquired by Philip Davis over in Florida at the start of this year that coincide with all this. So before I run out of time, I've still got a few minutes, I'd just like to show what is going on with these features. Now there's the one I'm looking for there, and this is the left and middle one is from Kumburgaz. Left and right are both from 2015. Right hand side is Japan, left hand side location unknown. These are the same features that are seen in this photograph from 1966 in Australia. So these features are understood, and this is how the craft optically cloaks itself. So there we go, there are the features there, and as I say, there are examples of those same features. That should come right over. Now if I go over to here, there we see the photograph, and you can see the curvature of the craft here. Now I'll need to try and find that 1966 photo. There we go. So there's that dark area there, and on the Wendall photo, this dark line is where this ends. So I'll be doing crossovers later on where I'll overlay this with obviously the Kumburgaz interior and the 1966 Colorado sample later on to show everyone exactly what is going on with this and how this craft optically cloaks itself. Now before I run out of time, I will try and show you. Yeah, so there's the craft there, and there's the trenches, and the craft is projecting these lasers that fire up this trench, and this one goes up this trench, and they have to intersect, as I say, and then eventually they cross over and it cocoons itself, and this is what is seen in the 1966 Colorado photograph. So there we go, there's that there, and that's how that all ties in with what is being seen on the Wendall photograph. So I've overlaid the Kumburgaz craft, and you can see here when I bring this in and out that the curvature of the craft there still coincides with the craft when I bring that in, because I've lined those features up. So this is all 100% identified, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to check my time. I probably go, oh God, I'm doing good now. So yeah, as I say, I will fade that back out, and you can see the curvature of the craft. As I say, it's optically camouflaged because it's projecting these lasers around it so fast that it fades out, but it's still there. And I witnessed this very, very close range on December the 4th, 1999 at 5 AM, and at the time I thought the thing had dematerialised to another dimension. I thought it had just relocated to another part of the globe. No, it just optically camouflaged itself by spinning the lasers around it so quickly that it fades out of the human light spectrum. So that is what is being seen here on this Wendall photograph from 1966. That takes us up to 8.5 minutes. Now I have done a lot of research on this, and not only does this, first of all I learned how the craft are able to do this and cloak, and then I realised that not only is this process to help the craft cloak, but it also generates its voltage, hertz, and obviously creates its power supply, and then this plasma cocoon is also utilised as its propulsion system, and this is why they create big, long, bluish white streaky light trails behind them, ladies and gentlemen. So everybody better start listening to what I'm saying, because this is alien technology now understood to a degree where I can actually describe what is going on with it, how it's able to visually cloak itself. And this is what is seen in this 1966 Wendall photograph, is the craft cloaked, visibly cloaked here, and only these tip, and it has an aerial that comes up here, but it's that thin and the lasers are travelling around it that fast that you cannot see that, because it then brings the field back over it to help create this big circuit around it. So that's that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of time. I've got 8 seconds. Thank you for joining me. Please tune into my channel, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.